didn't want to make this video. I'm kidding! I freaking hate it when pretentious YouTube people start their video this way. Why would I make the video if I didn't want to? Initially, I had no intentions of covering Star Wars on my channel. I think it's crap and not worth my time. But this show annoyed me so much, I started writing a script immediately after finishing the last episode. Anyways, I'm here to talk to you about Ahsoka, the TV show, if you could call it that. But first, I have a question for you. Have you ever been to the hospital waiting for some kind of operation that you need to be completely fasted for? They'll tell you it's at 8 a.m., but when you're sitting in that hospital bed and that time rolls around, the nurse or doctor comes in and tells you that the operation room is booked due to an influx of patients. They can't offer you breakfast because they don't know how long you'll be waiting, so they offer you ice chips. As the hours come and go, you're getting hungrier and hungrier. You can't have water or any food, so they keep offering you ice chips! That's what this show is. 0 calories to the highest degree. The only reason this analogy doesn't work is because eventually, after waiting an additional 16 hours from your 8-hour fast, you get the operation and you can go fuck up an entire pizza. Unlike in Ahsoka, where you wait 24 hours for the 7-hour show to end, and there's no fucking meal. It didn't save Star Wars either, the same way the doctors saved your life. Additionally, I didn't hate the doctors after the operation, but this show made me hate Disney Star Wars even more, which I didn't think was possible after the Kenobi show. Let's talk about why The Mandalorian sucks. I mean why the Book of Boba Fett sucks. I mean why Kenobi sucks. I mean why Ahsoka sucks. There, that's the right one. I, for the life of me, will never understand how anyone made it through this show without friends to laugh at it, or an abundance of alcohol, or unless you're Eric Butts or Star Wars Theory. No hate, guys, that was a cheap shot. This show offers you nothing. Shit action scenes, shit dialogue, shit plot, and the most basic of themes that barely shine through right at the end. And the references to Lord of the Rings is insulting as hell.
Keep my
Lord of the Rings.
out your fucking mouth!
Ahsoka the White? The Eye of Sion? Fuck off. Every fight scene in this show is embarrassing. Huge telegraphed swings moving about the same speed as a 65-year-old with arthritis. No stakes, and the inability to use established abilities consistently when it would be absolutely beneficial to the character. Sabine literally gets stabbed in the gut, and in the next episode she's all fine and dandy enough to try and blow up a hospital. Every single fight in Lucas Star Wars ends with some sort of consequence. Qui-Gon dies to Darth Maul. I don't know why you're yelling. He'll be right as rain in a matter of hours. Then Obi-Wan kills Darth Maul. Jango Fett gets his hand and head chopped off by Mace Windu, which would have been a great and thematically relevant way for Sabine to go, because she's a Mandalorian, I guess, or something, like Jango Fett was. So, beheading by a lightsaber, it would work here. Dooku chops off Anakin's arm and fucks up Obi-Wan and makes a hurried escape after fighting Chad Yoda. Anakin does it.
Do it.
Obi-Wan kills Grievous. Gimli chops off Mace Windu's arm. Oh shit, my bad. Mace Windu gets fucked over by Anakin, has his arm chopped off, and gets thrown out of a window. Yoda fails to kill Creamy Sheev and loses his lightsaber. Everyone remembers how this fight ended. Darth Vader kills Obi-Wan. Darth Vader chops off Luke Skywalker's arm. Luke Skywalker fucks up Vader and then gets electrocuted by Palps, and Vader throws Palpatine down a shaft and he blows up twice. Palps died here. He's super dead. He's never coming back. I don't even remember how many lightsaber fights happen in Ahsoka, but nothing happens in any of them. Sabine gets stabbed in the gut and fully recovers in a hilarious amount of time.
"'Tis but a scratch."
Am I a joke to you?
Qui-Gon was a pussy-ass bitch.
And Ahsoka loses a lightsaber. That's it. That's actually all the consequences in this show. Anytime I see lightsabers at this point, I just don't give a shit. Really missing the days when limbs would be flying off and heads would be rolling, and you actually felt like a lightsaber fight always meant something. They don't mean anything anymore. They fight, something separates them, and they fuck off to go do something else. Again and again. They have to get their fight scene quota. They have to get their 1 to 2 fight scenes per episode, or else the people are gonna get too fucking bored which is why we remind them things that happened 5 minutes before, because our audience is too fucking stupid to pay attention. They just want to see the lightsabers fly around, but we only have a couple bad guys, so we can't kill them until the 15th gosh darn time that they fight each other. Sabine later gets into a fight with white hair, red light bitch, and through the power of editing, it goes on fucking ages. She has no force powers yet, and the Sith girl won't just slam her into a goddamn tree. She has telekinesis, for the love of fucking God. And the girl she's fighting doesn't have any magical powers. Just fucking force choke her, slam her into a tree, pull her into your lightsaber, do anything, literally anything. The Sith girl should have wiped the fucking floor with her ass, either maimed her or just fucking killed her, because who cares about this character? Then later, when Ahsoka is fighting Baylan, she force pushes the girl away like nothing, knocking her out. Oh, so you can do that now. You can force push people. So why the hell didn't... You know what? I'm not gonna ask. Ahsoka is absolutely carried in every fight scene by everyone she encounters. Anakin looks like he hasn't missed a beat since the prequels in his swordsmanship. He's even adding flourishes to make the fight scenes seem more exciting than they really are. The witch Ahsoka fights is a martial arts expert who is older than her and moves with so much more grace. Dude, just hire a stunt actor for Ahsoka. With all of that makeup, it would be so easy to hide. She swings her lightsabers around and blocks blaster shots like she's playing Beat Saber on easy. She struggles against zombie stormtroopers when you're holding what is the best zombie deleting weapon in all of fiction. Guys, there was literally a scene in the show where Ahsoka fights against a ship in space. What the fuck am I watching? Why in the hell would that ship get anywhere near her? A ship that can stop, hover, and shoot another ship got close enough to the other ship to get chopped in half by a chick with lightsabers in space. This show is embarrassing. I play around with a bow staff for fun when I don't feel like running or punching Bob. Hey, that's a sword-like weapon. And I can move around better than this when I'm just dicking around. This show has made me hate lightsabers. Just one reason why Andor was such a breath of fresh air. The plot armor in this show is right up there with The Mandalorian. Sabine doesn't have the Force, but she can block some blaster shots. Lucky for her, the ones that she misses always hit her right in the Beskar armor. Green Bitch chases a transport ship all the way up into space, getting shot at the entire time, and not a single shot hits. Why even have the ship have cannons? If they're going to miss every shot anyways, just write it so the ship she's chasing has no cannons. After dodging 5 million shots from that transport ship, she successfully has a droid throw a tracker on the ship, and the baddies don't stop and think that there's anything fishy about that. There is a scene where our amazing super awesome heroes are riding space dog horses the full length of a Star Destroyer with massive green lasers raining down on them, and not a single fucking shot hits their mark. No deaths, no blemishes, no shrapnel, or the sheer force of the laser knocking anyone off of their dog horse. Every single good guy in this show dies multiple episodes, but somehow they just keep coming back in the next one. The characters and dialogue in this show is absolute piss. I haven't watched Clone Wars or Rebels, nor do I care to. I didn't know these characters before the show, and I still have no fucking clue who any of them are now. Green Bitch thinks she can do whatever she wants because she's a general. I would like to point out that just because you're a general doesn't mean you get to get away with anything you want to scot-free. She gets a couple people killed and faces 0 consequences for it. These 2 Republic guys died screaming in fire, and they're never brought up. She takes her son, who is a child by the way, on a very dangerous mission, and allows him to walk off of the ship right after those 2 guys died. She gets in an argument with the political Republic people, and they don't bring up these things. She got people killed and brought her son to a potential war zone, and she acts all smug like she did the right thing. I don't care how she's characterized in the cartoon. I hate this character. Sabine had the most cringe intro I've ever seen in my life. Oh, look how fucking cool she is. She literally endangers the entire galaxy to find one asshole, and no one scolds her for making this decision.
Sorry. I know.
What? What the fuck?
You can have a character do this, but there should be some fucking consequences for it. Oh, and I almost forgot, she stole the map from Ahsoka, which gets stolen from her by the baddies, and faces no consequences for that either. Would have been cool if that actually got her killed, because I can't fucking stand her. This is all your fault, Sabine. All of it. Ahsoka is the blandest protagonist since Mando. She just speaks in vague platitudes and constantly has long... What they were going for was very thoughtful pauses. Before saying fucking nothing. This is all your fault too, Ahsoka. You didn't immediately chase down Sabine for stealing the map from you in the first episode. Baylan is barely interesting, and it's only because he spared Sabine. And Ezra is basically nothing in this show. Fucking Hayden Christensen. You see, folks, I liked Anakin before it was cool to like Anakin. I liked Anakin before any of these Disnoids thought it was cool to like Anakin. Even with all of the problems of the prequels, I am a fan of all three of them to this day. They are terrible, but they hold a special place in my nerd heart. No matter how much I like the guy, I didn't want to see him in this show.
Keep my
Anakin's
name out your fucking mouth!
This is key jangling in the most offensive way. The fuckers going nuts over Luke Skywalker at the end of Mando Season 2 are the reason this is happening. Disney learned all they have to do is dangle these characters like a bunch of keys and offer no substance. Disney, what do you have to say about the sequel trilogy being a steaming pile of shit? Do you remember Luke Skywalker? What can you tell me about Ahsoka's character in the Ahsoka series? Darth Vader. I hate it. I hate it so much. Thrawn might be one of the dumbest villains I've ever seen. He does nothing but fail in this show, but calls every fail a victory. He'll either fail at killing the good guys, or lose a bunch of soldiers and say something stupid like, well, from a certain point of view, this was a victory, and we are one step ahead of them. Ahsoka may have sliced my penis off during our last encounter, but at least I don't have to worry about picking up any STDs at any of those cantinas on Mos Eisley. Palpatine exploded and then exploded again, but I was accounting for that, and he'll come back 15 times more powerful than he ever was. He'll be able to electrocute ships out of the sky from miles away. Thrawn would brag about a death streak in Call of Duty. I always love the expression on the main witch's face, like she's slowly realizing how retarded this blue man is. Your characters can only be as smart as the writer, and Dave is clearly too stupid to write a smart character. Fans of Thrawn should be furious, because, as I understand it, Thrawn is a very smart guy in everything else that he's in, especially the books. He's not here. By the way, his posture and demeanor are hilarious. He doesn't look threatening in the slightest. The dialogue in this show is embarrassing. It's nothing but long pauses and pointless exchanges that either tell us nothing about the characters, or don't address serious issues like in danger. Oh fuck, I'm sorry. It's nothing but long pauses and pointless exchanges that either tell us nothing about the characters or don't address serious issues like endangering the whole galaxy or getting pilots killed in a rogue mission. A lot of the dialogue is 2 to 3 words at a time as well. It's almost like those memes you see on like Instagram where they'll post a picture of a text thread and it's like, good morning, and then the person responding just puts GM. So you ask, what are you up to? And they respond, sleeping. And then you say, oh, LOL, that's fun. What are you doing later? And they say, sleeping. You're given nothing. So then you give nothing back. It's hilarious. It's almost like the people that text like that are the ones writing this show because they don't know how to write in sentences that last for more than 2 seconds. You know what? I might actually be right about that. Holy shit. We got the next generation of writers here, boys. They don't even know how to send a proper good morning text message. The dialogue in Waterboy was better. This plot is nothing but setting up a second season that I really hope never happens. Thrawn is coming back. Okay, he's coming back. Oh no, Ezra's stuck. Oh, he gets to go back home. Now Ahsoka and Sabine are stuck with the crab people, but it's really important that we're here now because Mortis or something. Oh, look at an owl. And that's pretty much the season. The theme of this show of sticking together happens at the very end when Sabine sticks by Ahsoka's side to beat a couple baddies. but by sticking with Ahsoka, she didn't stick by Ezra, so I don't fucking know. This show did not save Star Wars. I don't even know what saving Star Wars means at this point. The only thing that has a chance at saving Star Wars is decanonizing everything Disney has made and give the rights to someone who actually gives a shit. Disney simultaneously fucked up their sequels and the original trilogy and are now pillaging and destroying the prequel era through flashbacks and cameos. It's very easy for me not to accept this show as canon, since they're introducing really dumb shit into Star Wars, like hyper-spacing space whales, witchcraft, and stormtrooper zombies. I can't even put that stuff into Star Wars, my brain won't accept it. Kenobi is still my most hated show from Disney Star Wars. But the absolute snore-inducing retardation of this show generated enough vitriol in me to make a video. It's a sad point in our existence when people are so fucking brain dead, they will call Andor boring, but this show exciting. This show is the emptiest piece of shit I've ever had the displeasure of witnessing. Fuck this show. Fuck Disney. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
They do not care.
Oh, look, he's flying.